Welcome back to the Game of Thrones mod, and I thought I'd kick this episode off with something pretty fun. We're starting with a duel to the death, you know, as you do. We're raiding in Tyrosh. Things have happened, obviously, since last episode, and I'll explain that in a second. We are raiding in Tyrosh. We're fighting Mamelo Amitis, sure. And he's actually not a bad fighter, rare. He's got personal combat of 20. We might be in trouble, but let's see how we go. He's no match for my might. Strike. Oh. We killed him immediately. Well, you know, that's just how things work. So, what have I been doing in the meantime? Well, the first thing you might notice is the fact that I'm now Lord Paramount Grim, the Parasite. Parasite is when you kill your son, by the way. Because, unfortunately, we have one very good son. He's 5 years old and he's already got 10 stewardship. We are going to train him in Martial, though. As this is going to be Harag Hor, the legendary Hor that's going to take back the Trident for House Hor. He's brilliant at all, which is obviously why we want him to be our main character. So unfortunately that means I do have to kill off some other children in line. Now, my first son, Sawain Hor, was apparently dishonourable. He's 9 years old, so you tell me how that happened. Either way, I walled him up alive at the age of 9. I walled up my son, and now he's dead. So now I'm known as the Parasite. My other son, Lord Adrak, I've tried to assassinate multiple times. I've hired thugs or faceless men, I forget which one it is, because obviously we've got our brothel trade going on, so I've got more gold than I want to spend it on anyway. All I've done is taken out his eye and wounded him. So we might kill him. There's a possibility. He's also scarred. Let's train him in Martial as well, then. Now, we could always send him to the Citadel or to the Wall. However, seeing as this character's already Kinslayer and a little bit of a lunatic, I thought let's roleplay it a little bit. Let's be that Kinslaying lunatic everybody wants us to be. So, I walled up my son. Let's carry on with this raiding. So, oh god. 400 gold is fine. So yeah, like I was saying, I had to rebuild the brothel trade because unfortunately all of our brothels were destroyed. Now I'm not sure why, because I don't actually recall changing from the business focus. Maybe, I don't know, maybe it was during Succession I forgot to rebuild. Either way, we're not a bad character, all things considered, besides the Kinslayer and dishonorable traits, which, oh, minus 40? Oh, that's really bad, though, isn't it? Oh, God. Right. Well, that's going to change things. Why don't we turn off auto stop plot, see if anyone's trying to kill us? Maybe we could get ourselves killed and start playing as a child. My issue is... Oh, we've been at peace for too long as well. Oh, technically we can raid, obviously, because the Iron Islands have... well, the Iron Throne is splintered. Now... The issue is, I think playing like this is going to cause us a lot of issues, as our vassals are going to want to re-empower the council, things like that. They also might lower realm authority, which would be pretty bad. Yeah, I don't want to play as this guy anymore. So you point out that this Kinslayer trait is really bad, and yeah, I completely forgot that in sort of the Game of Thrones world, Kinslaying is sort of like the ultimate sin. There's nothing worse than that. There was a Blackfire that, was basically born with like a second head on his shoulder. What's his name? Malus, I think. And everybody thought he was a Kinslayer and he ate like his twin. So he was, ever since he was born, treated like a piece of shit because they thought he was a Kinslayer. So my guy actually killing his kin is probably not liked too much, let's put it that way. So, we can actually do things now. That's the main thing. Now that I've managed to buff up obviously our armies and our gold to a decent level, can claim Seagull. That's all we've got. We're not getting... do we not have ancestral claims? I thought as House Hall, we'd at least have ancestral claims on, say, Harrenhal or something like that. Let's go back to our original characters. I wonder why... Oh, gosh, what's happened there? I wonder why we're not getting any claims then. Very weird. Now, I know it doesn't show claims when you die. I'm just trying to think, what have we had before? It was just River Run, wasn't it? Yeah, so... I think we just need to keep fabricating claims. Now, what's the chance of that happening right now? 14.9% chance. Not a huge amount, but if we wait sort of about 10 years or so, I'm pretty sure we'll have another claim within that point. It's not too long anyway. This character can definitely snatch up some land ready for his other decent son to take over. So that obviously we're in a good position to take out the rest of... Oh, speaking of which, look at how splintered it is now. If it could stay like that, I'd be pretty happy. Butcher asks for money for a project. They'll pay back later in meat. We've had this event before. So we can make a medium investment a major investment, or a minor, or sorry, a medium investment. Let's go with, I'm happy to go with the major investment, seeing as, like I said, we're getting a lot of money very, very quickly. What are we at? Plus 53, not including the extra money we're getting from brothels right now. So, I think we can afford to... I've been messing around a little bit with the trade market stuff as well. So, why don't we go raiding, so I've stopped losing prestige for a start. We can pretty much go raiding anywhere at this stage. Obviously, if we raid the Iron Throne while they're splintered, it will make the Iron... or the King of the Iron Throne hate us, whoever that happens to be right now. Queen of the Iron Throne, Queen Peony still. Wow. I thought she'd have been overthrown by now, seeing as she's not well liked. She's in a similar situation to us. Alright, where should we go then? An actual proper raid for the first time in a long time. I say we go to, like, Karth, somewhere like that, just because we know Karth has pretty decent artifacts. Oh, we left behind the majority of our army there. Hang on. Do we even have enough boats? I didn't really upgrade boats at all, yet I did upgrade the army a huge amount, so... Oh no, we can just about manage. Now, who do we want to lead our troops? Let's lead our flank. We do have pretty good stats here. We'll have Walden. Let's also balance this because that's a bit of a mess. Oh, he's taking the whole of the castle pike army by himself, sure. Let's go to Karth. 34,000 men. We'll sail through the smoking sea in Valyria, just because there's a chance it might kill off my guy. Plus, you know, also we might find a dragon egg or something. So right now I'm trying to buy stones from the Mark, who have a mission from the trade guild to deliver a trade good, and that's obviously stones. A man comes up to me. Okay, so this is the random event we were told by the dev what happens with this one. So, it's a deal. Cart of Potteries. We had this one before, and I'm pretty sure that was a massive rip-off again for the same reason. What books have we got? Might be worth equipping, like, History of the Ironborn for a bit. Just because it gives Ironborn opinion. Yeah, let's get rid of that. Equip this one instead. Just because it's better in every way. What happened to Lease? Why are they now, pirate? Okay, Lease was taken by pirates. Now, as we remember, Volantis was completely overthrown by wildling slaves that overthrew the actual sort of main province. Are we going to get any events for this? Probably not. We've been sailing around for a while here. No, all right. Well, let's head to Karth then. Did I mark them as raiders? I generally forget that for the most part. Oh, nice. We received our large returns. We got lots of bags of meat there. Sweet. Bag of meats. Can we improve morale or lower revolt risk? Oh, awesome. Okay, sure. Karth also seems to have Drowned God? Gilded Kraken Heresy? How the hell has that happened? Okay, well, let's not worry about it. I thought it was going to be pirates, but turns out it was just Ironborn. Well, so let's have a look at Karth proper, see what they've actually got. Some alright books here. Obviously, Shade of Evening, which I want to get a lot of to stack it up. Not any gold, though. Weird. Okay. What about you? What do you have? Shade of Evening. That color is horrible. I don't know if that'll show up in the video, but that's, it looks quite staticky on my screen. What about the Jade Gate? No. Okay. Well, that's a real shame that Karth doesn't really have anything worth taking. Oh, this guy does, though. Look at this. Lots of Shade of Evenings. Lots of, well, a big varying amount of books here, so it'd be good to just equip these as and when we need them. Okay, sure. And this guy being a one province means he can't raise troops, and he also can't bring troops to defend himself. Well, he can raise troops, but obviously if he raised troops now, they'd be attacking at half morale into a stack of 36,000 men. 33,000 men. Alright. Fort Carl has fallen to our band of raiders. Do we want to take a Salt Wife? She's 20-year-old. She looks a bit ghostly. She looks a bit spooky. Thanks, Mr. Skeletal. Who else have we got the choice of? Nana, who is brilliant. Sympathy for the Ibanez Gods. She's 40, though. Or we have a choice of Palanta. No, I don't need any of them. And we managed to steal a fine scimitar. Of all the things I wanted, that was at the bottom of the list, I imagine. Oh, shit. I have no regrets. Oh, God, this guy really is going a bit crazy, isn't he? Gain the trait Cruel, gain the trait Ruthless. Holy shit, he got them both. The rules are now there to be broken, and no mercy should be given to those who cross me. Brilliant. Okay, so we're Cruel and Ruthless. That's fine. It goes nicely along with our Kinslayer and Dishonorable traits, I suppose. What does that actually allow us to do in terms of gameplay? Ironborn Opinion +2. Fear +20. Our vassals, I suppose, are less likely to rebel because we are quite fearful at this stage. I imagine walling up your own son would do that to people. Get a choice of some more concubines here. No, none of them are very good. See, this would be pretty good if we were independent because we could go around looking for brilliant concubines to take. Now, we can have up to 20. So up to 20 brilliant concubines means we would always have a good end no matter what. Alright, we are fighting this guy. 20 personal combat. What is our personal combat? I don't think I've checked with this guy. 175. Okay, fair enough. He's no match. And he's dead. Good fight. GG. Okay. Is there anything else worth taking here? We might as well finish this last siege. We're losing a lot of men, but we're getting a hefty amount of gold out of this. 424 already. I've no need of this. And again, this is all going to be funding our Harrenhal campaign. I thought it was a man then we were going to take as our salt wife. Oops. I took her as a salt wife. Who is she? No, she's terrible. We'll set you aside. Chuck her off the side of the boat. It's fine. Okay. What about Marine and Slaver's Bay? Is there really much gold to go around here? There's not a huge amount. We could go to, like, Yeti. Oh, that's completely splintered as well. What about Ashai, which is now the Shadow? What have you got? Nothing good. I'm just looking for, like, rare Game of Thrones-y related artifacts. Okay, this person's got a lot, but unfortunately none are particularly mind-blowing here. Carl Rocco? Wait, this guy's Dothraki. The Isle of Elephants. Okay, I don't know how he got there. Let's not worry about it. Alright, on the boats. Let's leave. On the boats. Alright, where next? We haven't got much longer before I imagine the Iron Throne will come back together, and obviously we'll lose our opportunity to do this. So I'm kind of keeping time paused just while we can sort of pick a good target. What about, like, the Temple of the Lord of Light? Some gold, but nothing particularly useful. Sack of wool cloths, so Trader's Guild stuff. Nothing there. Okay, this is weird. This kingdom here, you rarely see. This is the kingdom of Andalos. So Andalos is where the Andals came from, who were the first sort of settlers from, or the second lot of settlers, I should say, from Essos, who came to Westeros. They were the sort of the knights, the Faith of the Seven, the sort of feudal system, were all came from Andalos over to Westeros. Now, normally they're destroyed. And this is normally Pentos, is it? Yeah, this is normally Pentos, and Andalos is just a few fractured, like, dukes. Very weird. Okay. What about the Dothraki? They've probably got some treasure, haven't they? Let's have a look. Great Carl Zacco. Dragonbone statue. That's pretty good just to keep around. Fire sword. We need to trade lunatic. I mean, we could potentially be a lunatic. Oh, shit, look at that. They're law. They worship the Red God. A Dothraki horde worshipping the Red God. That's a bit weird. Glass candles would be incredibly good. Unfortunately, we can't use them. Because there's no magic in the world anymore. I wonder if the magic can come back. Maybe we have to hatch a dragon or something first. Anyway, where are we? I've lost us. Okay. Let's just go anywhere at this stage, I think. We'll just make our way around the sort of, the Essosi coast here. Let's start with Slaver's Bay. Prosperity of your county increases slightly. Awesome. And again, we're stopping on this huge gold pile here. It's got 1,103 gold, plus another 424 on top of that. My son. How is my son? I should probably check out that. I've been ignoring him for a while. Okay, got Brooding. Brooding's a great trait to have. Now, he can get Shrewd alongside Genius. Turns out that was something old that I was misremembering. So, if we get Curious as well before he gets too old, that'd be awesome. Where are my fleets? Have I not got... Oh, right, I do have fleets turned, and I'm just blind. Alright, let's attack Illyria. Look at how much gold they had. Holy shit, look at how many men they have. 1,700. Now, we would need to build a fort here before we could get anything good out of this. Is it worth it? 22 gold to build a fort to mitigate some. We could sit here and siege this whole thing down. Yeah, let's do it. Why not? Is that going to kill off enough of our attrition, though, to make this worthwhile? Again, I'd like to completely take out the entire province, because that will give us a lot of gold. Especially a province so well fortified. How have they managed this? Look at this. Holy shit. Large slave camps. The slave camps are really overpowered in this. Not only do they give you a shitload of light infantry, good for sieging, lower morale, but again, like I said, they're for sieging predominantly. And also as a garrison as well. That's pretty impressive. Okay. Not only that, but they also affect your build time and build cost, to my knowledge. So, unfortunately, we can only get that once we break through the Iron Throne. Now, as you recall, we did make thralls illegal, but that's illegal again now that the Iron Throne have taken us. Oh, we're now a drunkard as well. Good. Whatever. Not a good character, I will admit. Oh, shit. Wow. Okay, so this might be the end of the Iron Throne, then. Captured in battle. We'll have to keep an eye on this. Very weird. It's rare that rebels ever truly take the Iron Throne. Obviously, there's the Robert Baratheon, but that's sort of pre-programmed to win. Have we got our... No, okay, we need to move our marshal over to train our son now. Oh, he does that automatically. We don't need to put him on a province. Good. And we should probably also force our son to train as and when we can. What are we? We're a trained fighter, so actually he's probably already at his highest level. our firstborn, Lord Adrak, came out. Let's send him to the wall. Off you go. Goodbye. One of you pointed out that that's probably a much, much better idea than... oh, look at that. That's a real shame. Okay. One of you points out that's a much better idea than trying to kill off my sons, but, you know, like I said, I feel like this guy's had quite an interesting life compared to everyone else. Alright, Astapor. Let's get this raiding in while we can. Hey, we actually might be able to burn Astapor down. What have you got? Nothing. Oh, okay. Our, was that our mother? She's our trade master, right? Yeah, she became an apprentice trader. Awesome. It's a shame we haven't got that yet. I assume that's probably because we haven't fulfilled any missions or anything. I'd like to know what the prerequisites are for that to fire. Because it seems like just a permanently useful trait for all sorts of characters. So what are we buying? We're buying stone. I should probably focus on this a little bit more. There we go. We've actually got stone this time. For the Alliance. We're now Guildmaster as well. And we're next in line to take the head of the guild. Alright, let's go ahead and deliver trade goods. Stand the stone shipment. So we're going to get some assets out of that. Okay, fair enough. And I'm going to mark that as special interest. Centre of Trade worked out pretty well last time. I thought that's a really good addition to it. So we could definitely afford the upkeep, let's be honest. At this stage of the game, there's not really any concern. It's a short winter. Took a Jade Compendium. What is a Jade Compendium? Let's have a look at that. Oh, it's learning +1 though. That's pretty good. We might want to switch that out for... Gives a higher month's prestige as well, and a stat bonus, so I'm actually going to swap this out for that. Seeing as everybody hates us anyway, what's +3 opinion really going to do? While sacking Astapor... Oh, this is awesome. While sacking Astapor for all it's worth, you and your men have located someone in the castle who owns a Valyrian steel blade. Will you take the sword as your own? They may not give it willingly. Good Master Grazdan of the Kishkar Point has Knight Legacy. And this is, looks like this was something that has been passed down through his family. I shall make it mine. Atop the battlements, Shakar Mo Rosno has finally cornered the blade you desire. Passion. Passion? There's another one? Holy shit. Oh wow, that's probably a cooler sword, I'll be honest with you. Passion is covered in the red blood of the raiders he has slain. As he charges you, you know you must truly fight to win this sword. He'll need more than a fancy sword. We've also taken an Assault Wife. I've no need of this. We've got bigger things to worry about. This is awesome. Valyrian Steel versus Valyrian Steel. You and High Master Shakar slowly circle each other, tense and focused. You scan for any signs of weakness, any opening in his defense you could possibly exploit. One mistake is all he'll get. You launch a frenzied and furious attack on High Master Shakar, immediately setting him on the back foot. He appears panicked, allowing you an opening. Strike. Oh no. High Master Shakar tries to fight back, but you force your way through, overpowering his pathetic defense. You strike for his heart with all your might. Die. You wipe your blood, his blood, from your weapon. The deed is done. He is dead. Victory is mine. Shakar Mo Rosno lies defeated at your feet. He was brave, you must admit, but now you pick up your prize, Kago's Folly, which I dropped next to him. I now wield this for House Whore. Well, that was a little bit of an anticlimax, eh? So before that man, I dropped my sword next to him and picked it back up. Hooray! That seems seems about right. Oh no, my poor head. I gained a headache, but I gained 1 learning though, that's fine. Learning is pretty useful. A servant comes in a panic. Says there's an intruder in your home and the thief is most likely after your goods. Oh no, my meat. Intercept this trespasser. You hear several men talking. They seem determined to take several goods from you. I will face the men. Slayer of Shakar of Yunkai. I will fight them. 87% chance to gain 250 prestige. We gain 200 assets. We gain the trait Wounded. And we lose 3 goods. 13% chance of that. Let's go for it. We did it. We're fine. We're good. Is there a chance I can die? I seem like I might be on sort of a bad foot here. Health -5. 0.5. That is health -1. Okay. Well, we're not looking good. We've got 0 diplomacy. Oh, no. Alright, never mind. Keep sieging Astapor. They've got plenty of treasure for us. The roving party has been roving the coast, but a local patrol has spotted us and is attacking. Who is this? Mazdan? I think we can beat this guy. He doesn't seem pretty great. Okay, let's do it. who not even managed to touch me. I defensively evaded his quick strikes. Now, I think this is a rock, paper, scissors system, but I don't actually know. I always just generally press something random, I will admit. Oh, no, no way. Did we actually miss out on that siege by... Wait, what? Oh, right, we finished the siege. Right, okay, sorry. I thought the attrition had killed off enough men to stop us finishing it off, but that's not the case at all. Lady Jarrell. She's come out pretty well. Look at this. Curious Brooding. Eyes is not great, but it's also not terrible. Let's train it in diplomacy. We could do with some more diplomats. 250 gold. I mean, judging by the gold we've got, I haven't got a problem with that at all. Let's do it. She will make a fine salt wife. This blind 64-year-old lady. Or, we could take this lady here. No, I've no need of either of them. Thank you. And after this, I think we'll head back. The boat's full. Almost. Good God, they're carrying 1,155 gold. Holy shit. My son gained 2 intrigue. That's pretty good. Good work, son. Who's educating him right now? Oh, I am. Right. Haughty is pretty bad. Haughty is pretty much the worst education trait you can get. Brooding, though, pretty good. Do we really want to focus him on martial at this stage? Oh, we got playful as well. Gregarious is obviously good. Deceitful is pretty good as well in terms of intrigue. I kind of wanted this guy to be the one to take out Harrenhal, but unfortunately it looks like he's going to just be a better spy master than anything else at this stage. No need of this. There we go. We've completely sacked Astapor. Let's leave. You know what? Let's head back at this stage. Most of our men have died. I'd like them to reinforce just in case we come under attack for any reason. By which I mean just in case our vassals revolt. Where are we right now then? Close was one to Lucas Hoare and Shansa Popeye. Sure. Who's Lucas Hoare? Is that somebody we know? We need a new spy master. What are they voting on? Tax shifting noble obligations. Weird, okay. I kind of prefer the men, seeing as we're about to take on the Iron Throne, but yeah, we really don't need gold either. Oh, never mind. 4,201 gold. Yeah, that was a pretty good raid, I think. Alright, what can we do then? We can actually upgrade Broadsworth. Well, that's not anything I really care about. What about Pike? Can we upgrade Pike? No. We can send them some meat, which will give them plus 20% morale is pretty impressive. And the potteries give 20% extra tax. Weapons and armor as well. We'll definitely save that for when we go to war. Levy size plus 20% is going to be pretty huge on Pike, seeing as most of these are pretty well upgraded at this stage. Okay. Why don't we spend some cash? Why don't we look for the most expensive thing on here and just buy that? Curtain wall, fort level, garrison size, so that's good for defense. Oh, levy size plus 10% as well. Holy shit. Right. What else have we got here? Jewelry seller, is this flat tax income? Not hugely beneficial. Obviously, slaves we can't get, but I would like to at some stage because they're very, very good for infrastructure. Pike. Pike, seat of House Greyjoy, Lord of Salt and Rock and the Iron Islands, blah, 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 blah. Okay, I think we need to be House Greyjoy to be able to build up the actual province of Pike. It's a bit of a shame. Okay. Never mind. Why don't we go with recruit large force then and actually work on our retinue? That's a really good idea, Brain. So we've got 4,800 right now. So let's go to all of our castles and build up their force. We Castletown 2 for that. I'm happy to build the Castletown 2 because that also lets us build, eventually, some of these pretty great things like Royal Palace as well. Let's... What do we need for Castletown 2? It's estates or farms or something like that. Why don't I have a look? Private farms. Okay, private farms. Peasant farms. Am I blind? No, there they are. Okay, awesome. That's a good start. Orkmont, same thing again, I imagine. Yep, private farms. And Ironholt, I imagine we've already built that in. We've got private farms 1. Now, we do have Castletown 2. Right, okay, so we can actually... what do we need to upgrade the next level in that case? Castletown 3, so we're just going to keep upgrading that. Now, to get the next level of private farms, you need the... I will find it. I think it's feudal estates. But I will just double check. Patrol post, that's it, okay. Patrol post eventually becomes something like a steward's tower, which is where the confusion's coming from. Where is it? Patrol post. Problem with having this many buildings, there's so much to remember. Might as well just go ahead and upgrade that straight away, seeing as I know we need more levels of it. Alright, it's now Queen Leona the Usurper. Born to Lord Durham of the Stepstones, a pirate, essentially. That's where the Stepstones are, anyway. Some distant member of House Baratheon. And she was given Moat Cailin, of all places. Command of Moat Cailin. She's now a military commander. That's essentially almost like a prison sentence. Weird, okay. And what's this new queen like? She's 7 years old. Probably the only person they could actually crown. now that I think about it. Alright, Cod Hall. Same thing again, if we can get that. Patrol post, awesome. Right. We'll really start building up the Iron Islands. Why didn't I carry on doing this in between episodes? Or I'll take a cut here, because I don't think we've really gone long enough yet. And I'll build things up, spend all this gold we've got if I can, and we'll see what sort of troop count we're looking at after that. Well, our son was not shit. And in fact, he's the first martial character we've actually had. Brilliant commander. Let's have a look at him. We've got proud, honest, not great, envious, family person is good, gregarious is good, all round, very good stats, leads from the rear, unyielding. I didn't point out formidable fighter either, to be honest. I didn't even notice. That's awesome. Awesome, very good. Wow, I'm impressed. Good work, child. So I also granted him all of the, basically all of the artifacts, just to help build up his prestige a little bit before we start playing as him. This character is going to end up really well. Now, I also found a distant cousin, Lord Lauren of Blacktide, and this is another granddaughter of Wolfgreat, so his second cousin or something like that. Anyway, she's also a tall genius, so I figured she'd be the most appropriate one for him to marry. Now, we can also have him educate her, which will give them an opinion bonus of one another, whenever they accept that. There we go. Awesome, right. So he's now going to educate her. He's a pretty good character. He's going to educate her in humility. Wait, in, I assume a diplomacy-based education in that case, but she's not great. Timid is just bad overall. Affectionate isn't terrible. Kind and family person are both pretty good. Obviously, if they both got family person, that'd be ideal. My friend Master Tywald. I don't even know who you are, Master Tywald, I'm going to be honest. Right, we need a new Maester in that case. I attempted to gather Lords of the Realm, hosted by Lord Paramount Targaryen, when Horton Corral offered me some plainly foolish insights. I was quite able to put him in his place, but this enraged him enough for him to proclaim me a son of a whore. Whoa. Pirate Lord Horton? What the hell? You'll pay for this insult. Beat him up. In response to your outburst, Horton Corral rejected with equal rage. He drew his steel, which prompted all of your men and his to follow in kind. The situation quickly degenerated into a mass brawl, leading to much whore blood being spilled. House Hall will not forget this. Oh, we're in a blood feud. Houses Hall and Corral will enter a blood feud. You. Our mortal enemy. Of course. This pirate man who I've never seen before. Now, we can actually check what houses are in a blood feud. So if we go and have a look down here, we have show blood feuds. House Corral. These houses are the bitter enemies of House Hall. And these houses are in feuds. Houses Ambrose and Ambrose, obviously. I feel like this may be broken. Houses Reed and Reed. Okay, let's not worry about that, man. There seems to be some things maybe broken with the current patch of the Game of Thrones mod. It's been hundreds of years since the clansmen have threatened the Vale with anything more than serious raids. However, word has spread of a king who have united all of the clans and assembled a large band of warriors intent on taking the fertile lands of the Vale for themselves. With all of his 0 men. Still has zero men. Oh, there we go. 6,000 men. Well, that's not really going to make a dent, is it? No, not at all. Okay, so let's have a look. We need to sort out our Maester for a start. Let's, what do we need for Center of Trade? I should probably check that. We need 1,400 gold. Okay, not far then. Why can't we send for a Maester from the Citadel? Do we already have one? Oh yeah, we do, right. Lord Maester Will. What titles have we got to grant? Apprentice Trader. Let's give that to our son in the hopes that he can develop some of his skills a little bit. Master Will has asked permission to travel to the refuge in Ortmont. Sure, why not? Do we not have one in Pike? Yeah, we do have one in Pike. So I remember we built it up to try and fight off the Great Plague or whatever it was called. The Great Plague? Something like that. Anyway, as you can see, in between episodes, in between cuts, I should say, I've built up the retinue, more or less in every single province. Now, we did, for a very brief moment, have the one-day modifier build time, so that made it much, much quicker and also bankrupted us in the process. However, what I didn't know is you can build the Royal Palace in your capital. I should say you can only build the Royal Palace in your capital. However, any building in your capital, not just your capital holding. So we can build the Royal Palace in these as well, I assume. Can we not build it in this one, though? Oh, Royal Palace, we just don't have enough gold, right. I'm going to focus on these before we go for, like, the Center of Trade or anything like that, just because I'm worried this character might not be around for much longer. And I'm not entirely sure whether or not it transfers between characters, so I'd rather not risk it and get something I know is permanent, if that makes sense. Again, this is all setting up for that major invasion. Now, I'm just kind of a little bit surprised that we haven't gained any more claims at all in this, in the meantime. 14.9, so 15% yearly. I mean, it's not unreasonable to think you get a claim every 5 years or so. Not a big deal either. Now, we could try and find a new diplomat. However, I imagine everyone in the world pretty much hates us. Yep, that sums that up. Okay, never mind. I think we're just going to have to wait till we play as our son and maybe try and find a more able... who's this character? My cousin. Oh, she's my son's wife. Do I want to beat my son's wife? Or betrothed? Give her a good hiding. May gain haughty. Haughty is terrible, so I'm going to say it doesn't matter. Right. New important decisions. What have we got? Go to the market, search for a smith. Can't really afford either right now. Look at Pike, though. So the city's sprawl is affected by how many buildings, how many holdings you've got in provinces. Almost all of Pike is covered there. That's pretty cool. We might be actually one of the most developed provinces in the game right now, just because we've got so much going on. Alright, so what sort of levy size are we looking at? That was the main thing that I was trying to sort out before next episode, so we have a decent... Okay, that's very good. 30,000 men, more or less, and we've still got a little bit more to build up. House Hightower now control the Trident. That doesn't seem right, but I won't argue with it. House Lannister, actually, are back with the Westerlands. Good returns form. What is this? The Vale? Own all of Dawn. What are you, a double... a triple king. The Vale, the Stormlands, and Dawn. Right. Obviously. I don't know what I expected. Well, the kingdom being so shattered means if we could potentially get an alliance here. Let's see what we can do. Arrange a betrothal. Do we have any members of House Hall that are unmarried? I can marry her to me matrilineally. No? Oh, we're infidels. Right, got it. I was going to say marry her to me matrilineally because it doesn't really matter at all whether or not children are born under her. If anything, it'd be probably better because then he would also have a permanent ally. Either way, we'll find ourselves a new sort of throwaway wife for now just to boost up our state stats. Oh, brilliant, really? See if we can find anyone at all. Brilliant. If I can spell it right. Alright, let's have a look. What about you? Let's go married, no. Diplo arranged, yes. Join court, any, I guess. Let's see. She'd be really good. Immaculate, brilliant. Holy shit. You're like the best character I've ever seen. Invite to court, no. She's not like a courtier or anything. She's not in line for anything either. We could try and buy a favor from her eventually. Buy favor, no. Give her an artifact. Plus 30 if we give her the Conquest of Dawn. I don't think... what books have we got that's crap? The Account of the Nine Penny Kings is pretty crap. Oh. Well, let's give her this. Let's actually try and get her into our court. If nothing else, she'll make a decent secondary wife for our son. So, how about now? Can we buy a favor now? Su-chan. Come on. Where is she? She's actually in Karth. So let's, This seems a very roundabout way to try and get a backup wife. It's good. Oh, we can't even improve diplomatic relations in Karth. Okay. Well, let's mark her as special interest if nothing else, because she's an incredibly good character with both the highest level of attraction and the equivalent of genius, I suppose. Su-chan. Sure. You are now special interest. Who else have we got? We should probably sort by opinion. And we should probably also sort them by women as well. Oh, actually, Su-chan is probably the best one we can find. Ah, that's annoying. Okay, never mind then. I'll have to see if I can invite to court as the next character. I imagine we'll actually get away with it. What did you just want? Sorry, I completely ignored that. Deliver a trade good, right. And we are actually head of the trade guild here. I was going to say trade lead. Alright, go to market. What do we want to do? We want to deliver good. Where is that? Deliver trade goods. Let's find out what we need. Silver. Right. Okay, got it. So we can actually get some silver. Can we even afford it? We've only got 309 gold. Gems, steel, or steel. That's a shame. Probably should buy gems, though. Gems and gold whenever they come up just so we can make jewelry. Because we actually made a pretty hefty profit last time. Oh, no. He's got the flu. Shit. Successful treatment. He should be okay. Oh, he's fine. He's also got that health bonus from Formidable Fighter as well. Now, I don't know. Does Brilliant Commander give anything? No, not in this. Okay. Fair enough. I can't wait to play as this guy. It's going to be so good. I think we'll leave it there then. Like I said, this episode was mainly just so we could get set up, ready for our son, Lord Harag, to take over, so we could get a lot of gold ready, build up our provinces, you know, that type of thing. We're ready to actually start building up a pretty hefty retinue now. Not a huge amount, but we can still get some from that. 500 retinue cap usage. Yeah, I mean, we get a fair amount of trips for that. Thank you for watching. Next episode, we'll be playing as Harag, and I think we'll be ready to try and actually take back Harrenhal this time.